All right, it's the first time up Adams Ridge. Yesterday I was over in the canyon climbing. Now I'm on the ridge. First time this year. Okay, so today I'm in the Dynafit Feline Up Pro, and it's terrain like this that I really hoping this shoe is going to be dialed for, and so far it is. Nice sticky outsole, and this is exactly the type of terrain, running, hiking, long days in the mountains with really rugged terrain. This is what these shoes built for, and really what I was hoping it would be my go-to shoe for. So so far so good. Sun came out this afternoon, so this is session number 2. Got a nice recovery run in, but here's a quick view of the neighborhood from Adams Ridge. Right there is home. So just about a half a mile warm up to the monster climb. So we're going to climb about 1,200 feet in 800 meters. So a lot steeper than the canyon. Even though the canyon's steep, the canyon's a mile long, 1,400 feet climbing. This is a little over 800 meters in 1,200. So we're gonna talk along the way. Like I mentioned today, I did a early morning recovery run, 7 miles, and now I'm out for a session in the afternoon, early evening. And I am starting this week my 4th year of my 5-year plan. And typically when I'm coaching my athletes, we generally have a 5-month plan leading into bigger races or higher priority races, where 3 months is endurance, strength, and speed training, and the last 2 months are specific training to the distance they are racing and training for. And so these last 5 years, I've mirrored this with every year with typically a month of my normal cycle. And we are almost here. Starting to see some more snow. And we might have a cat track there. So here's another good look of one. And again, probably can't really see it, but this is all rounded, no claw marks, really very round. There's another one. That's cat tracks. And this is kind of the area that I tend to see them every spring. Nice and rounded, no claw marks here. Pretty cool. Here comes the wind. All right, we're going along the ridge. It's gonna be kind of there's no trail here, and so it's a lot of sagebrush, a lot of just kind of picking your way, running when we can, and it's gonna be a fun little ridge. Yes, and the first 3 years, my goal was to be able to increase my trail accumulation, my vertical throughout the week on a cumulative basis, improving my power and aerobic endurance for vertical mountains, a la just running long up very steep, 4,000 foot climbs plus, and getting my body used to that endurance where I can do that quite frequently. And I kind of peaked out at about 500,000 feet of climbing peak for the year. And so I accomplished my goal as I got really, really strong. My aerobic base got really, really strong. And it took me 3 years to accomplish, or I wouldn't say I had a hard goal. I just wanted to put this into place and test myself on a variety of climbs to measure my success. And so I PR'd on the Town Hill and also on the climb up to Rendezvous Mountain at the resort. So using those as a goal of really PRing and accomplishing my best on those climbs, that was my measuring stick for success, while still building 3 years of volume of vertical and time spent in the mountains. Long story there. Anyways, so the point being, now I'm moving into year 4. And so let me back up real quick. During those 3 years, most of the running I did uphill was as easy as I could, trying to keep it as easy as possible, building the aerobic engine, just like I mentioned coming up here a minute ago. And so it was always based on going as long as possible on any given day and going as easy as possible, keeping it aerobic, developing my aerobic base in the mountains on vertical. Now, going into year 4, I am going to switch gears. Over the winter, I did very little hill work because I wanted to come into this fresh. I also noticed that from all of this vertical hill running I've done the last 3 years, I started to lose a little bit of aerobic base on flat terrain, and therefore just lost the consistent aerobic base that I need. So my goal over the winter was to put in a lot of high volume flat running that's not typical of what I do in the winter. Usually in the winter, I'm running on hard packed snow trails with a lot of hills. So I didn't do that this year, just a lot of flat long miles to get back my aerobic base on flat ground, that consistent smooth type of running that a lot of you are used to doing, that I was not used to doing these last 3 years. And so now moving into year 4, I am now going to begin training a lot harder on shorter climbs to take all this 3-year base of strength and power that I've built to that next level. And now I really want to see my speed endurance, my strength endurance take off. And again, that would be also common to the 4th month of an athlete that I would be training as they're approaching their races. First, we have strength separate with with endurance and with speeds, 3 separate things. I did that through 3 years. Now I'm moving into year 4. I'm going to put all that together and start developing strength and speed endurance. Okay, so that's my plan this year, and I hope you follow along. I can't wait to, once the snow starts melting, to get up high in the Tetons and show you the big mountains. But what's really cool about here is that, you know, I'm a big believer in periodization and training and building. And as the snow melts, you're able to get higher and higher, go longer and longer on your climbs. And the snow melt actually is your form of periodization. So as it melts, you get higher and higher as you get fitter and fitter. And so once we hit July, August, September, the snow melts in the big country, and now we're able to be really, really fit to go really, really high without any snow. So that's my plan. And maybe you have some questions on your 5-month sequence as you're approaching races that we'll hopefully be able to do this fall. All right, there's the ridge, all done. First one of the year, kind of came back this way, and then I am headed home and start cook some dinner. So, boy, it's nice. Anyways, thanks for coming along today, and thanks for taking time out of your day to watch these videos. It's a really, it's an honor that you would take time out of your day to watch these, and I appreciate it and appreciate all your comments, and hopefully you're interested in following along this summer. And just kind of wanted to give you a sense for what I'm going to be doing this summer, and we'll be taking you along on tours like this. And the plan for this whole channel is to continue to kind of spit out little nibbles of coaching tips, coaching content that help you. My whole thing is to maybe think about the things that people don't think too much about that can really make a big difference in your running. So that's my plan for this channel going forward, and as always. And I'm really stoked for the summer and to take you along around Jackson Hole and show you my playground in the backyard. So anyways, I'm out of here. Thanks again, and we'll see you throughout the week.